up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and I just got back from the theaters after seeing A Quiet Place Part 2. This is a 2021 film that was originally supposed to come out last year in 2020, right before the pandemic really hit hard and the world went to shit. And this is the first time that I went to the theaters this year to see a movie. It was kind of surreal, it was kind of weird, but also kind of cool. This is directed by John Krasinski, who also directed the first film. The plot is we pretty much pick up right where the first film left off, with Emily Blunt and her kids, including the newborn baby, out there trying to survive this post-apocalyptic-like world with these creatures that are susceptible to sound, and so you have to be insanely quiet in order to try to survive. And that's it. You're basically just watching these characters try to stay quiet and survive in this world. What I thought of A Quiet Place Part 2 was, I enjoyed the film. I did. I thought that it had the necessary amount of thrills and suspense, and I will say this though, it didn't have as many jump scares, didn't have as much reliant on things being quiet and things popping up out of nowhere. It's almost as if the first movie did that so much that this was more focused on seeing the creatures full effect in the flesh out there killing people, causing damage and chaos. It definitely expanded the world in this movie a lot more as far as meeting new characters and getting far out there to see how far this has reached. Emily Blunt plays the mother. You could probably argue that she doesn't have as much to do in this movie compared to the first film, but it's her husband directing the film, so it's not like he made her take a backseat. I think that he wanted to have this movie focus more on the kids, the children, and I can appreciate that. Millicent Simmons as Regan. She is the deaf daughter. The actress is deaf in real life. I think she's probably the standout character in this movie, not just because she's more likable in this film than even she was in the first movie, but she has a couple of badass moments. She has a couple of, I'm going to stand up, go out there, and save as many people, save the family as much as I can. So how can you not appreciate that? Noah Jupe plays Marcus, the younger brother. It was funny to see that even though a majority of this film was supposed to take place right after the first film, you could tell though that it was shot like a year or two later, and that these kids, more so this kid, he looked older than he did in the first movie, that's for sure. Cillian Murphy plays Emmett. He is somebody that knew the family back from before this happened. He lost his own family. Cillian Murphy's obviously really good in this film. I thought it was quite ironic to have him in a world like this, given his history and 28 Days Later and whatnot, but good. And also Djimon Hounsou, who I wish was in this movie a hell of a lot more than he was, but he was good for the parts that he was in. These creatures, I like that they did not hold back this time around on showing you what they look like or showing you more of them right out from the gate. And the design reminds me a lot of the Lickers from Resident Evil. They're just a different color, especially because I've been playing the remastered Resident Evil games lately, so that was in my mind. But I like this world, I like this series, I like this franchise. I am curious what they might want to do next, or where they're going to go next, if they do want to do more. I had a pleasant time though in the theaters. I would give this a good date movie. So guys, let me know in the comments below, what do you think of A Quiet Place Part 2? Is this the first film since the pandemic, or at least in a good while, that you're going out there in the theaters, that you're risking it all for? Or are you just like, no, I'll wait? Hey, that's fine as well. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!